Welcome to Mystery Stories 365. Before lions, before sharks, before anything we fear today, a dragonfly with a 25-inch wingspan was the most terrifying predator on Earth. So what killed it? The answer is stranger than you think. Imagine a world where the sky was a deep sepia color. Lightning storms ignited constant forest fires, and the insects were large enough to hunt modern-day pets. This wasn't a science fiction movie. It was Earth 300 million years ago during the Carboniferous period. At this time, the Earth was a lush, swampy paradise with oxygen levels at a staggering 35%, compared to just 21% today. This oxygen-rich atmosphere acted like a biological superfuel, allowing some of the most terrifying creatures in history to thrive. The undisputed king of the ground was Arthropleura, a massive relative of the centipede that could grow up to 10 feet long. Despite its size, fossils of its stomach contents suggest it was actually a herbivore, feeding on the dense vegetation of equatorial forests. However, its sheer bulk and protective shell meant it had few natural enemies. In the skies, the super predator was Meganeura, a giant dragonfly with a wingspan of 25 inches. These were the largest flying insects to ever exist. They were tireless hunters, capable of flying at 40 miles per hour with 360-degree vision. Their metabolism was so high that they could eat their own body weight in food every 30 minutes. But why did these giants disappear? Scientists describe it like an Agatha Christie mystery, where there isn't just one culprit but several. The first blow was a geochemical shift. Around 290 million years ago, oxygen levels began to drop significantly, eventually hitting 23%, because insects breathe through a system of tiny tubes called trachea rather than lungs. They rely on gas moving through their tissues. High oxygen allowed them to grow large with fewer tubes. As oxygen dropped, the respiratory system would have had to take up so much space that there would be no room for muscles or organs. Without enough oxygen to reach their brains, these giants would have literally fainted. The second culprit was climate change. As the supercontinent Pangaea formed, lush rainforests began to dry out. For ground dwellers like Arthropleura, this meant their primary food source and humid habitat vanished, leading to their extinction roughly 280 million years ago. While the flightless giants fell first, Meganeura had a secret weapon. Their powerful flight muscles actually helped pump air through their bodies, a form of full-body ventilation that allowed them to survive longer even as oxygen levels fell. However, they soon faced a new threat: the arms race of the skies. For millions of years, insects had a monopoly on flight, but then came the predators. First were gliding reptiles like Coelurosaurus, which had specialized teeth for cracking insect exoskeletons. Later, pterosaurs and the ancestors of birds took to the air. Creatures like the feathered dinosaur Anchiornis and the primitive bird Archaeopteryx were more maneuverable than the giant clumsy insects. These new aerial hunters not only ate the giants but also competed for the same smaller prey. The final murderer in this mystery was a surprising one: the first flowers. When flowering plants like Archifructus appeared 125 million years ago, they changed the aquatic ecosystems where dragonflies laid their eggs. Decaying petals and leaves from these plants would sink to the bottom of lakes, and the microorganisms digesting them sucked the remaining oxygen out of the water. This made it impossible for the larvae of giant insects to survive, effectively ending their lineage. Today, the only giants we have left are hand-sized insects in tropical climates, and even they are at risk due to habitat destruction. The era of 10-foot centipedes and hawk-sized dragonflies is a haunting reminder of how a simple change in the air we breathe can change the face of the world. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel Mystery Stories 365 to uncover more forgotten worlds and mysteries of prehistory.